me save here real quick, and then we'll talk to this guy. Oh, nice hairdo, dude. I guess it isn't a hairdo since it's all over his body. What's with the monocle? Anyway, this is Professor Baum from the Armory. Cool. Well, I've been here, but I have no idea how to use the cannon. Sure, go for it. It's so easy a caveman could do it. I wonder if that's what he is. I didn't say anything. Just continue with your explanation. Okay. So, I shout out where I want to go, and you shoot me there. That is awesome. But it seems kind of weird in practice. Well, you know what? Let's go for it. Let's see how this works. So basically now we have access to air travel. Well, cannon travel, but you get the point. So you can head to all sorts of different destinations on the map. The red marker in the bottom left-hand corner with the arrow pointing to it is where we are right now, the town of Ishe. So now you can use the cannon to go all over the world. You can go to Topple Village, the town of Wendell Manos Village, the town of Ishe. That other blinking dot up there in the top there is Grand's Castle. You can't actually shoot there because there's no cannon near it, but it is an important place to keep in mind on the map because of the fact that, you know, it was such a big landmark for us for 2/3 of the game. And the most important thing that you can do here is you can travel to the Kingdom of Lorimar, all the way in the northeast corner of the map. So this is how we're supposed to get to Lorimar. We're supposed to shoot ourselves out of a cannon there from this side of the world. Okay, that makes sense. I guess we'd just shoot like bottom left corner of the map and then end up in the top right because the world is round. So we'd end up there like that. I don't know. But before we head to Lorimar, I want to head back to the town of Wendell because there's some new stuff we can do there that we couldn't do there before. That we couldn't do there when we were there for when we were there originally. So I'm gonna head over there right now. Yes, let's go there now. Hey, Professor. You know, this is a cool thing and all, but I just thought of something that I didn't really think of before we got in here. What are we supposed to do about the landing? Holy shit! Oh, well, that wasn't so bad. Anyway, now you might recognize this place. We're back on the Wendell coast. And if you need to go back to the armory, it's right here. So, but now we're going to head back into Wendell because there's some new side quests available that weren't available before. But I want to make it nighttime before we do these side quests because, well, that's kind of important. Oh look, a golden mana statue. We haven't seen one of these in... how long has it been? Since Grand's Castle? Jeez. I'm going to save here just because I want to keep an, you know, up-to-date save file. Even though it's only a 3-minute difference, but whatever. Alright. Let's head to the cathedral because that's the focal point of all the quests that I'm going to be thinking about. Looks the same as ever. Oh, hello. Whoa, whoa. Watch where you're going, jerk. Wow. Huh? What's the problem, lady? Oh, no. Someone stole her pendant. Boy, this isn't ironic at all. Oh, great. You alright there, lady? She hurt her leg, so she can't do anything about it. We'll just ask this random stranger to do something about it. Sure, why not? We'll do it. I mean, I can sympathize with you. Elena can sympathize with you. She lost her pendant to, essentially, a thief, so we'll go do something about that. So now, this begins the small crime side quest. It's a very important side quest that you'll want to do. So, now we just basically have to look for, as you saw there, we're looking around town for Joss Sweden. Or Joss. Whatever. I'm going to say Joss Sweden, just because. You don't like Joss Whedon. I like Joss Whedon. Your opinion doesn't count because it's angrier. I forget what I'm referencing there. Anyway, here's Joss Whedon. This is where you find him first. So, well, I'm an adventurer. I don't like the word drifter. It sounds too negative. Nope. I mean, the world's in imminent danger, but that's why we're doing side quests. So, You want to start something? Come on. Elena is tougher than she looks, and she's got Willie, who is the Brooklyn Brawler over there, so he'll take your face off with his bare hands. I don't think you want to start something, Mr. Joss Whedon. Let's go look for him in the general store. Hello there, Joss Whedon. Well, yeah, I mean, I am an adventurer. That's my job. I have to be pushy with the people in town. How the hell is he warping like that? It's like he just spins around. It's like he has like a magic rope or something. I don't know. Anyway, in order to get Joss Whedon to appear the third time, it has to be morning. Now, the easiest way to get it to morning, obviously, like I showed you in the Paper Trail side quest, is to stay at the inn for a night. And 50 lucre this time, it's much more worth it than 200 lucre. I mean, not that 200 lucre is a very large amount. We've got enough money to the point where it doesn't really matter, at least for now. But, you know, whatever. Anyway, let's go look for Joss Whedon now. Oh, you can't hide from me, Joss Whedon. Poke, 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 poke. He's just like the Skulldrakes. When you poke him enough, he gets pissed and turns red. Or, they turn white, but you get the point. Give me the pendants! Unfortunately, it's not the pendant I'm looking for, but close enough. You take the cake, but you're not gonna get me, coppers! Ha ha ha! Zip! Just like that, and I'm gone. And we get the pendant. Awesome. So let's go return it to that lady. What was her name? It's funny how I remember the name of the crook, but I don't remember the name of the lady. Well, it's probably because I remember the name of the crook because it sounds like Joss Whedon. But anyway. Inger. I think it's Inger. Whatever. Here's your keepsake pendants, lady. Nah. Are you kidding? No way. Oh, you. And so was I, lady. I knew you were fooling. I can read sarcasm in text. Well, actually, I've done the side quest a million times before, so that's probably how I know. But, oh, okay, we get some lucre. Nice. Not a lot of lucre, but it's enough. It pays for the in trip and then some, so that's nice. And what's this tiny tapper? It's an antique. That's cool. Wonder if we can sell it for something. Well, you actually do not want to sell the tiny tapper. I highly doubt you can actually sell it. But the tiny tapper is a very, very important item for a particular other side quest coming up later on in the game, which has a yield of potentially the greatest reward from any side quest in the entire game. So, you'll want to get the tiny tapper. You don't have to get it now, but you'll want to get it sometime soon, because, well, once we get to that point where we're going to end up going, you'll want to have the tiny tapper for that point. It's not really soon, but it's soon enough to where you want to get it pretty close to now. So anyway, there's one more side quest I want to do, but let's talk to the rest of the people in the cathedral since they weren't here last time. Well, there's no surprise there since everything has its being in mana. But, you know, I would imagine, I can see that, spirits appearing, although that'd be kind of freaky, huh? I mean, priest's up there giving a sermon, and he's like, and so it was thus that we dubbed the spirit of the sun Wisp. All of a sudden, Wisp appears behind him. Hello! Holy crap, what was that? My controller just fell on the floor because I was acting out my enthusiasm there. Anyway. They appear to kids who behave. Huh. Well, keep that in mind. We won't be fulfilling anything with that until much later, but we'll want to keep that in mind. Yeah, it was like I was talking about. He's creeping up the priest there. I just want to take part in the sermon too. What's wrong with that? I have a really weird, that was a really weird voice I was doing. Hello, Mr. Priest. Why weren't you here before when Siva was here? You would think that the priest would, you know, be at church, when there's a possibility of him being... I don't know. Whatever. I don't know what I'm getting at. Let's just talk to him. See? This guy understands what I'm talking about. I'm always thinking of others. I'm giving advice for other people so often that it often takes up a large portion of some of my videos. But apparently not everyone lives by his principles. Maybe it's because I was raised in a Christian family. I don't know. Maybe that's part of my good charity and my good fortune. I don't know. Because if you do good deeds, you will go to heaven. That's the lesson of this episode, and there go all the Muslim viewers. Or the, you know, atheists, the agnostics, and all those people. I'm being sarcastic, people. You should know that by now. I'm a very sarcastic person. Well, anyway, let's talk to this kid, since he's the only one that we haven't talked to yet. Pablo! I wonder if this is a reference to something. Because I feel like I've seen a Pablo in a church before. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. I don't know. Anyway. An offering, huh? Of a chocolump. Oh, I see your game, kid. I see your game. Yes, I'll offer a chocolump. This is actually an important side quest. What you do is that you can offer chocolumps to Pablo, and for every 10 chocolumps you give him, he'll give you a piece of Dudbear's gold. You can get up to 5 pieces of Dudbear's gold from him. So if you have 50 chocolumps to spare, then you might want to give them to him, because it's a pretty easy way to get Dudbear's gold, first of all. Second of all, you need to give him at least 10 in order to fulfill a pretty important side quest later on in the game. And I mean, even though we're winding down in the last third of the game now, there's still an important side quest that will come later. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give him those chocolumps that he needs, the other 9, in order to get the piece of Dudbear's gold from him. And then what I'll do is I'll just meet you at the armory outside of Wendell. So I'm going to head out of the cathedral real quick just to give myself a cue for my commentary. But as soon as I give him the other 9 chocolumps, I'll just meet you at the armory. Okay guys, we're back, and I'm at the Wendell Armory now. So, the thing with the Tiny Tapper that I kind of didn't explain with it, let me get it up on the items menu here if I can find it. Here we go. Don't care about that. The thing with the Tiny Tapper is that it gives you the Wimp status. It toggles the Wimp status for you. So, you can use it to cure the Wimp status if you want, but really, the thing that I've found is that you do not want to touch the Tiny Tapper at all until a particular side quest later in the game, the one that I was talking about, that provides a very good reward. Because the problem with the Tiny Tapper is that it's very glitchy. I actually ran into a problem on my test play where I used the Tiny Tapper to make myself small to get into, because what you can do with the Tiny Tapper is once you're small, you can get into small crevasses and holes in walls and stuff like that you couldn't get into before. And I'll explain all that when we get to those side quests in a little while. But the problem was that I used it, and then I used the magic rope to get out of the area while I was still under the influence of the Tiny Tapper. So then when I went to do the particular side quest with the excellent reward later in the game, I actually couldn't get it to work because I forgot to use the Tiny Tapper on myself to make myself big again. So it's very glitchy, and you really don't want to use it unless it's an absolute necessity. So you'll really want to leave it alone and leave it in your mystery items for a little while at least. So I'll alert you of when we can use it properly without having any problems with any glitches or anything like that. So I'll let you know when that time comes. But for now, we are going to use the armory, and we are going to head for the Kingdom of Lorimar. Finally! We can head to the Kingdom of Lorimar in order to get to Subsea Volcano. I wonder where there's a volcano on that island. It's kind of small. Well, whatever. Let's blast off there anyway. You know, for a cannon, it's kind of accommodating in here. The seats are all, like, nice and springy and stuff, and it's pretty nice. Hey Ma! I can see my house from here! Oh wow. That's pretty cool. I guess we're in the Kingdom of Lorimar now. Jesus, fishmonger, it's cold here. Should have brought better clothes or something like that. Well, oh, you know what? I actually forgot something that I can do. I think it was actually something I can do in Topple. So let's see if we can activate the armory and we can get out of there. Hey, Professor, can we use the armory to go to Topple? Professor? You okay there, buddy? Oh, shit. Professor? You can stop now. Joke's over. Haha. It's funny, but... Professor? Oh my god. We have no way off this island. Well, I'm starting to get really nervous here. I feel like I'm having a panic attack over here. Because there's no way out, man. How are we supposed to get off this island? I mean, even if we complete what we're supposed to do and get the Sword of Mana, if the Professor's frozen, there's no one who knows how to run the armory. Well, it's not so bad. I mean, it's a snow area, and I love the snow. So I guess we could just live the rest of our lives here. Forever. In the snow. Well, if that's going to be the case, then I better get my snowboarding gear on and... I forgot my snowboard. This isn't happening. This isn't happening! No!